Let's move on to game 7 and try to break this thing down. Um, I I mean, let's start where we start every game, I guess, right at the beginning. Otani is allowed extra time in between innings more than other starters. Do you agree or disagree with him being allowed to have a little extra time?
I mean, I disagree. If you're gonna be a pitcher, you should get treated like everybody else. And I honestly didn't notice that at first. I want to say it was a second inning where I think one of the announcers had mentioned the fact like Otani had like waved and the umpire's like, "Yeah, you're fine," and he was allowed to throw two more pitches or something like that. And I was like, "Wait, what? Like what is that all
Mhm.
about?" And that's when they kind of got into the fact that he is granted extra time because blah blah blah. And I'm like, I mean, they already gave flexibility to the DH position to allow him to pitch and DH in the same game. He gets extra time when he warms up. It's like, how many more rules are we going to change to try to make it possible for Otani to do what he does? I think that sucks. And I'm actually surprised that the GMs and owners haven't made a bigger deal out of that. Um, or if they're just accepting the fact like this just is what it's going to be and we can't do anything about it. But I think that stinks. I think there's plenty of times pitchers would probably like extra time. You know, they're down there talking to the pitching coach, they're down there reviewing notes. I mean, hell, sometimes they run to the bathroom. We've seen that
Yeah.
before. You know, and they
Mhm.
come running back up the stairs, it's up the steps. Like, yeah, maybe an extra pitch or two wouldn't be so bad. Cold night, but I feel like we consistently bend things to fit Otani, and at what point does that stop?
Yeah. I think the only time that I kind of agree with giving him extra time is if he is on base to end the inning, right? He's not coming straight from the dugout, right? He has to go back in the dugout, take his helmet off, take his batting gloves off, all that stuff, and grab his stuff. And then as soon as he steps out of the dugout, start the clock, right? Just like it would be for another pitcher. Like if Max Scherzer's on the bench, the inning's over. As soon as he steps out of the dugout, the clock starts to get his warm up in. It should be the same thing with Otani. Like give him time to get back to the dugout, take his stuff off, and then when he's got his glove and hat and he comes out of the dugout, boom, clock starts. Right? Just like all the other pitchers in the league. For him to get 3.5 minutes every single inning, and even innings where he didn't bat, that's where I have an issue with it. And I know some of you guys messaged me last night about John Smoltz kind of being all over that and telling him to, close his mouth, to be nice about it. Um, he was right about this one. Like
Yeah.
Otani was taking full advantage of getting extra warm up time for sure.
Yeah. Well, and like, sure, if you want to let him go back to the dugout and then start the clock when he comes back, but like Otani could also choose to like walk crazy slow and fiddle around and like
Mhm.
why is the bat boy not holding his glove and his hat? And when the final out is made, running it out to him and swapping.
Which
I mean,
we've seen him do before.
exactly. Like you do that with the first baseman. If the first baseman makes the last out, like one of the guys on the bench grabs the stuff and brings it to him on the way out, and the one of the coaches takes the stuff back to the dugout. Otani could do the same thing. I don't start the clock till he's actually standing on the mound ready. But like, do we really need to let him? Because here's what's happening: is he's taking all the time to walk back to the dugout, then walking back out to the mound, then getting bonus time on top of that. I mean, there was stretches there where it felt like forever between the time that the inning ended and the time he finished throwing warm up pitches.
And it's funny that it doesn't work the other way, where he gets more time to come off the mound, grab his batting stuff, and get ready to hit. You see everybody at the top like handing him all his stuff
Yeah,
when he comes off the mound. He sprints off the mound pretty much. Goes, I mean, we've seen the unedited clips of him just pitching the last strike, running to the dugout, putting his stuff on and getting ready to hit. He doesn't get extra time there. And you
yeah,
probably need more because you're putting on shin guards, you're putting on an elbow guard, you're putting on a
yeah.
like,
You got to put
you
all
know,
9 pieces of armor on before you go to the plate. But
yeah,
yeah, I just and and John of Flat She said basically the same thing. Like he's become the Patrick Mahomes of MLB, but
yeah,
he's always been that. Like let's not forget about the fact that like there's only one guy who's on the MLB Facebook page 17 times a day. It's Shohei. There's only one guy that they've changed the rules now twice for it. It's Shohei.
yeah.
Like it, we are consistently. He just gets treated differently. And I think we go back to all the arguments about, Hall of Fame or is he overrated? At the end of the day, MLB is absolutely protecting the golden goose and
Yeah.
nursing him for every nickel they can. Like
Hmm.
that is what this is all about. MLB is making more money than ever because he's brought Japan with him. And now other players are coming over to play with him. And now, I mean, you had 3 players on the Dodgers from, born in Japan that just won World Series rings together.
Soon to be 4 when Murakami comes over.
Right, exactly. One more Japanese player is going to come over and you're going to continue to have more focus. Like Otani's always been treated differently because what he brings is of extremely high value to MLB. And they're going to do whatever they have to do to keep him happy and make sure that he's successful. And that is what it's all about. The same reason that, the NFL always protected Tom Brady and Peyton Manning, the same reason the NFL protects Patrick Mahomes today, the same reason MLB protects Shohei Ohtani. It's exactly that. Like, you have to protect the guys that make you money. And he's always going to be treated differently.
Yeah. Ray, we're not necessarily hating on this guy, right? We understand the talent that is Shohei Ohtani. He's something that none of us have seen, right? Elite pitcher, elite hitter. He does both. We get it. What we don't understand, and John Schneider last night, I think, had a legitimate beef, is like, hey, why is he getting extra time when he didn't hit this inning and he came out? Why does he get 3 innings or 3 minutes to warm up? Like this, he doesn't need extra time right now. Why doesn't my guy get it?
Yeah, it was a weird time to grant him extra time. Like it's just, and it's I would venture to guess, if you asked around the league, a lot of guys are kind of over the Shohei thing. He's an incredibly talented guy. We get it. But I think that everybody's just tired of always having to talk about this guy, always having to adjust for this guy. Like, there's all these other guys in baseball that are pretty damn good that nobody pays attention to because we've got to talk about this guy.
Mm-hmm.
I would venture to guess most Major League Baseball players are just over it, but they understand why they're here.